All of us know CSR means corporate social responsibility. What about citizens' social responsibility? A short story by the famous Tamil writer Ganeshan very beautifully sensitizes us about this. With his permission, I translated the Tamil story into English and am presenting it here. The story starts now. The ninth person also just skipped over it and walked ahead. Didn't I tell you? This is our Indian mindset. My friend said in frustration. I too felt there was truth in what he said. Just some time back, from where we were seated, we had seen a piece of glass on the footpath in the racecourse road frequented by people who go for a stroll. My friend immediately said, "You just wait and see. You won't find a single person picking it up and throwing it away." We were observing people sidestepping the glass piece one after another. Some did not notice that there was a glass piece there. Some saw it and just walked ahead. My friend was making a head count of those who passed by. If this is money, it should have disappeared long back, he commented. After some time, he said, if this was America or England, I wouldn't have counted beyond two. Do you know how responsible people in those countries behave in public spaces? His son lives in the US and daughter lives in England. He has gone and stayed in each place for a month once. Since then, not a single day will pass by when he would not speak about the cleanliness, hygiene, and discipline in those places. I was myself feeling somewhat embarrassed that no one attempted to remove the piece of glass. I got up to pick it up and throw it away. I was scared it would hurt some poor person walking without footwear. You please sit down. Let us see if anyone who uses that pedestrian footpath considers getting rid of it. He stopped me and made me sit down with him. The 12th person stared at the glass piece intently when he was on the spot. He saw it shining, bent and picked it up to inspect it closely. The moment he realized that it was just a piece of glass, with disdain, he just threw it back right on the footpath and moved on. I just thought, when he picked it up, there is at least one Indian with social responsibility. Couldn't he have at least thrown it onto a corner instead of putting it back right there in the middle of the footpath? People like this are the reasons why our country is stuck in a limbo. He went on grumbling. The 15th person was a woman. Just as she was about to keep her foot on it, she observed it. And in an effort to keep her foot away, she almost did a Bharatanatyam. My friend could not help laughing. He laughed aloud. She glared at him and walked away after making a remark. If you are rounded up for eve teasing, all this will be cured. Got it? His laughter disappeared. He made a generic comment. After all, this is Kali Yuga, and continued his head count. Pedestrians let him count up to 20. How people's indifference manifests could be seen in such a small matter as this. Darkness was slowly setting in. My friend got up to leave. It is when we see all this, the thought that our country would have been better off under the British flashes in my mind. You just now saw how freedom is mangled when a person who does not know the value of freedom gets it. But then I saw him sidestep the piece of glass and called out, "Sir, you also forgot to remove it." He came back and said, "I did not forget. Deliberately, I did not pick it up." You saw so many people just ignoring it. Why should we care when so many people don't? Can just one or two of us reform the country? We have to be careful on our part not to get hurt. That's it. He left the place. I stood transfixed, unable to believe my ears. As I picked up the piece of glass, threw it in the distant dustbin, and walked towards home, I didn't know why my heart felt so heavy. Thank you, my dear friends. I'm sure this would have certainly triggered some thoughts